Cotman, Crawford, and the Jersey Guy podcast.
Hey everybody, Kenny Cotman.
Lewis Crawford.
And I'm Tom Ramage, the Jersey Guy.
Yo, how's everybody doing? What's up, my peoples?
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
How's it going? You guys are good?
Yeah, chilling the willing.
It's the end of the week.
Oh, thank God it's Friday. Oh my God, this is like the longest short week for me. God, and it wasn't a short week, right? No, we had a full week.
Full week.
Yeah, last week was the short week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez, it felt like months ago. It was like so long ago. That is insane. So everybody's good? You had a good week though? Everybody's pretty peace? Good. How you feeling?
Good.
Excellent. You too, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Just
excellent. You know, always fun.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
So I thought this was a good subject. You know, we don't talk about it a lot, but it's something I think that's necessary. You know, so assisted suicide.
Yeah, that shit is out there, but that was like super deep.
Yeah.
That's a heavy one.
Or euthanasia, as they call it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I
Right.
didn't think about that.
Right. Now, that's what they say now. They don't use you don't really, because even when you look it up now, it's hard to find something that would have that.
Or
euthanasia?
Assisted suicide.
Well, I guess euthanasia.
Euthanasia
is
is more of the alternate word.
Well, actually, now you think about it, euthanasia actually isn't assisted. It's just like the doctor's doing it.
Right.
So technically, that's not assisted.
Right.
I think assisted suicide is where they give you a device, like kind of.
Right. You're the one who does it.
Yeah, you're the one who does it. Yeah.
Right.
Really? Oh, so then you have something.
Well, no, actually, it could go either way. You know, I mean, it could either be done by the doctor or you can.
Yeah.
I think you can. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I know when Kevorkian was around and he had his thing, he definitely set it up where it was, if I'm not mistaken, where they were the ones who operated it.
Really?
Yeah, he had no hand in it.
Oh, that's wild. That's not. So
except
it's
for
funny. I didn't even
setting
think
it
about
up, you know, getting to a place where they needed to go. Right. I think he did it out of his van. If I'm not
that.
mistaken.
Yeah. He did.
Like
He did.
Right, and then he would call after it was happened.
Times.
He would call for an ambulance, or let them know someone
Passed away.
Yeah, they said this. You can find stuff on. I'm sure if you put it on Netflix or something, you're gonna find.
Yeah, there'll be.
that would be crazy to watch. You know what I mean? But
that's crazy. I mean, like I said, so you gave us some stuff, for us to look at and go over. But I didn't. I said until we just started speaking on it, I didn't think nothing of it. In all honesty, I didn't think of the process. And I know we were talking about, I was telling you guys a movie that I saw a while back with Eric Roberts. It's an old movie called It's My Party. And he was planning his, he literally threw a party for his death because he was, assisted suicide. And he said, you just never really think about it, And I guess that goes back to when we do our little shows, topics, on our shows, like the PSA, go and get help, go talk to somebody, that people really think it all out to do assisted suicide.
Right. Yeah. Well, right. And of course it's all about the situation they're in, right? So they're either old and elderly and they're dying, or they have Alzheimer's, or they're
terminally ill.
Or terminally ill, or, whatever it is. And they're in pain.
Right.
Or, whatever it is. And they're like, I just want to go.
Right.
And I think people should have that option. You know what I mean? We can, we do it for animals.
Yeah.
Right.
Without any question.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we do it for human beings?
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Especially
put someone out of their misery.
If there's I think if it's in a situation where there's no chance of getting better, it should be an option.
Right.
Obviously, the thing that we tell people not to kill themselves for is depression and, stuff like that. That's different. That's not, you know what I mean? But because it's not forever, for people who do get to that point where they do want to kill themselves because they're depressed or they have, that's because it feels like there's there's no end in sight.
Right.
So that's where it would be different. But for someone who's terminally ill, or like you said, where their mind is just, I heard from my buddy the other day. We were talking. He mentioned someone that we're a mutual friend, and I messaged him, and he said he forgets stuff. He's starting to lose his mind or whatever. He's a young guy. scary. I mean,
What's going on with him?
I don't know. I didn't get the full story because it's like a mutual friend, like a mutual Facebook friend, you know, someone I don't really know in person. But apparently he's I don't know if it's early onset Alzheimer's or early dementia, but he's like the guy's like in his late 30s, you know.
Wow,
so
late 30s,
early
holy
40s.
Shit.
Yeah, late 30s, early 40s.
That's freaking.
You know, there's other things that can happen. You know, it's not typical, but it can happen. You know, for other reasons.
Right.
That's crazy.
But that's scary.
How people have so much going on in their lives and it affects everybody. It just goes to show you that you're here one day, you can be gone the next.
I mean, I'm being quite honest. If I was at a point where I completely lost my mind, I think that should be. I would want a contract that said like,
put it in your will. Just put it in your will and make sure it is lock, stamped.
Well,
whatever you got to do.
Where I'm at the end point where I'm not having good days anymore. You know what they say with dementia? You're
no
DNR.
DNR. My father had that.
Yeah.
But now, so that's what you're saying. So now, but then depending on what it is that you have would determine if it's a DNR. You know?
Yeah.
So then you're saying if your mind is that kind of gone, because so DNR, to my understanding, was if you were
if you're dying.
No, I'm saying if you're like when you. So if he does die, or when he dies, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not for a long time.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
then they can't resuscitate him. He's gone.
Right.
I'm saying what got him there is what you're talking about, right? So that's what got him to the point where his mind is lost. So now he has that in a will. When I get to this point,
you
see that, and the doctors tell you, you can go right ahead and do what you have to do. Right, exactly.
Because, you know, but that would have to be, because, you know, people with dementia, they say they have good days and bad days.
Right, of course.
But eventually
something can always spark a memory or something.
Bad days start become more frequent, and then there's no more good days.
Right.
It's like that where I've completely lost,
Yeah.
Why keep me around to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to be, I don't want to just be sitting in here and, you know, I'm looking out the window, but, you know, I can't say anything. And
imagine what that's like. I mean, you don't know it's, it's scary. I think the scary part is what he's in now when he knows it's happening. I think once you don't know it's happening, it's not scary anymore. It's sad for the family.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, I get it.
But for the person themselves, it's sad, but at the same time, they don't really know what's happening.
Right.
So
it's just sad when that stuff happens, you know.
Yeah.
So like we were just talking now. So Kevorkian helped a woman out who was who had Alzheimer's.
Right.
And the machine that he had, she was 54 years old.
Right.
Early stages of Alzheimer's disease. Killed herself by using so-called Mercitron machine. Is the machine that he made.
Okay. Oh, that he made. He invented the thing.
Well, yeah. He was the one who. Yeah. It was.
Okay.
I don't have a picture of it, but
Right.
I believe it was IV bottles.
Okay.
And you just. When you press the button, one would do its job, then the next one would do the job, and then the next one. And by the time you get to where you are, you're already out cold.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not aware that it's happening.
Now, was there several ones? Is that in case you could stop it?
I guess you're getting one.
In case you last minute decided you want to stop it?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know, but I think you had to administer it in a certain way where
in a certain order.
Right. Then it needs to be done properly. So whatever drugs he was using. First he had this one, and
like once
this is going to happen,
right?
And you're going to start feeling this, then this is going to happen, and then before you know it, you're not even going to realize what's going on.
That's crazy. So, because then think about it. If you did it, depending on what it is, you might be trying to catch your breath, or you start to get panicky because you feeling your palpitations or lack thereof. So one is to like make you drowsy to calm you down. The other one, is starting to be the actual drug that's gonna, like a fentanyl to just like stop your heart or whatever. Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I, do I do the joke now? It's like put it in my contract, in my will that when I don't recognize boobies, just take me out of my misery.
just shoot me like a horse out of the pasture.
I don't recognize that those are boobs.
I told my son that once. I said, just take me out back.
Yeah. Done. Yeah, that's fucking great, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do that though, man. Like serious shit.
No, I think I could.
Yeah,
I could absolutely because well, listen, when you go in for a procedure,
right.
Now they're only putting you out for 30 minutes, right? Most of the times, if it's a small colonoscopy or whatever, or sometimes you go for surgery just a little longer, right?
Right.
But when they put you out, you're out cold. Do you remember anything?
No.
Wait.
Right. No.
Do you remember anything when you get up? Nothing.
No.
You feel like you just got
you just got there,
and then now you're in your bed all of a sudden, out of the blue. Like, how the hell did I get here so fast? But meanwhile, you had no clue that whole time. You are out.
It's so weird because that's not like that when you go to bed. Like when you go to bed,
no, it's not like that.
When you wake up, like time has passed.
Right.
But like when it really feels like time warp.
Right.
It looks like you go, like
right.
Like I close my eyes and like, count backwards to 10.
Yeah.
And like Tom, wake up. Like
Tom,
that's what it's like.
It's time to get up.
Yeah. It's like count backwards from 10, 10, 9.
Yeah.
And it's like Tom, wake up.
What? Yo, if you had your wherewithal, I'd be like 7, 6.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no. I'm saying I don't know if I would be able to.
I was wrong. It's syringes.
Oh, really? So they had to give. They had to give him something.
He has it, but it's administered like an IV, and each one has.
Oh, okay.
And there is. Yeah, I have pictures here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I just don't know if I would be able to just go through that.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say to you, if I get to this point, do it. Like I don't know if I can write it in my will.
But that's the point. You don't get. You're totally missing the point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
Because you need to do it now, so that when you are there, you're not going to be. You may not have the capability of fucking being able to do it when you get there.
No.
So all you're doing is you're saying, okay, just in case,
right?
If this happens, or if this happens, right? You want to say it's not going to only be that. It's going to be, and then the house, the kids will get it, or if I have this,
right?
But we split it up that way. But you have to specify how you want it done.
There's another reason why you got to do it early too, because your contract. It's a contract. It might not be It might be null and void if you're not competent. You're not
no. I get
competent.
It. Me sitting here right
sign
now.
A contract while you're mentally competent.
No, right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying me sitting
but
here
not even
now.
contract. It's in your will.
Yeah.
It's already in your will.
That's what I'm saying. You can't start a will when you're not.
No, right. You can't. No, they're not going to do that.
No, you're not considered.
You have no. They're not going to do that. So that's what I'm saying. That's the whole idea of a will. A will is not just how you die or how you want them to. No, I don't want you to bring me back. If I'm gone, if you know that I'm to the point where I was to the point, and what would be the point of bringing me back when I wasn't even in good shape to begin with? Just let me go.
Yeah, no, I get all that. I'm just saying right here, right now, I don't know if I'd be able to put that in my will. Like me with this mental right now. Not that I wouldn't be able to go through the process. I don't know if I would be like cool enough to like, you know what? Yeah, if I get to that point, just make that happen. What I'm saying making sense?
No, it doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense.
So
to me.
all right. So do I just
is what you're doing
again? But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm just too chicken shit to say. All right,
but
cool, do that.
But you're looking at that. I think that's what. If I'm seeing it the way you are seeing it, you're looking at it from a different angle. Like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know
right. Mm-hmm.
What happens if you're in a car accident and you're in a fucking coma? God forbid.
Right.
I'm just putting this out there.
Right.
Now you go to the hospital. He's never coming back.
And then, right. So then that would be like, so I could write that.
No,
but I'm saying like if I had.
Right. What happens if you have surgery? What happens if you have a heart attack or a stroke?
Right.
Any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be, I think you would have to be like in any of these circumstances. I don't know how specific.
I get it.
But you should put it because it's a safe, what's the word I'm looking for? In other words, you're basically, you're taking care of yourself, and you're not fucking it up for everybody else who's behind you. Now you're gone, and now they got to figure it out.
Right, how to take care of you, get who's going to come wipe your ass. Right.
I mean, so what you're really doing is you're helping everybody who's going to be the people who are going to be handling it for you. And it's only fair to them, your kids, your wife, whoever it is, right? Put it in writing. It's not a big deal. You're not putting out an omen that it's going to happen that way.
Oh, yeah,
you know
no, I get it.
Like
yeah, because I mean, let's just say, God forbid, that it's, Alzheimer's or something like that. I don't know if I would say, or if my mind would be that kind of foobar that then I'm like, I'm just afraid that I would get to that point there, that just as I'm saying, just, today, October 15th, you're going to, if my mind is that kind of fucked up, this is what you're going to do, just, assisted suicide. But then on the 16th, they're making, they have the cure. Like that's where my thinking is. I know you can look at me like that all you want, bro. Don't forget, I was the guy that said I want to be a fucking cyborg. I get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get cured.
By thinking that way, you're battling against yourself on something you have no control of.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
we're all gonna die.
Right.
And hopefully it won't be shitty.
Right.
But if it is, and then you're going down that road, if something happens to one of us that we go through something that we wouldn't want it to happen to the other, obviously.
Yeah. Right.
You're going to be saying, man, I think Louis doing the right thing, or Kenny, Tom, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm glad he's doing that. I don't want to see him suffer anymore, whatever it is. So whether it's that or the other thing, you just never know. It's just there as to be a backup and help everybody else before you.
Right.
I mean, have to be taking care of it. You're not coming back, bro. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. I'm thinking elderly, right? We're elderly now.
Yeah.
And your liver is failing up. I don't know.
Right.
That kind of happened with my father.
Right.
You're getting older. Your body's, and then you're gonna know. You're gonna be at a point. You're gonna be glad. You say, I'm glad I put that in there, so these guys don't have to worry about it, and then I can just go, and then they can do their thing. It's really, it should be a non-selfish act. Not saying that what you're saying.
No. I get what you're saying. I hear you all day. Yeah.
You have to think about it out of this box
kind
of thing too.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, like I said, just me. I don't know if I want to, if I would be able to write that in my will. But I hear what you're saying. That it makes sense. It makes sense. Because I always said I don't want my kids or wife to have to take care of me like that.
No.
Put me in a home or something like that. But I guess depending on what it is that I've got.
Right.
That
we're never gonna know.
Yeah. But
But going back to what we were originally talking about, people who are at that point, obviously,
right,
they're at the point where they know this is going to be bad. They were probably already told that by their doctor or whatever it is they're going through, or they promised. They made their loved one promise to them even after they did what they did.
Right.
Listen, I get you're going to take care of it, right? And you're going to be like, yeah, that's what you want. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? People know. You're going to know. We're going to know.
Yeah.
You're going to know.
Yeah.
You're dying. And hopefully it'll just happen and you don't have to worry about
it. Yeah. Right? No shit. Yeah. Just boom. Dying right there.
What's that expression? Oh, I hope I die in my sleep.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody figures.
Yeah. You're at peace.
That's the comment, right? You're at peace.
I don't want to die in my sleep.
You didn't suffer.
That's fucking terrifying.
What are you dreaming about, bro?
Who the fuck says that shit?
Think about it. Oh, I just go into bed. You might not ever wake up again. What the fuck? How am I going to sleep now?
It's true, though.
That would keep me up at night.
Yeah, that's freaking great.
Listen, I was watching a something on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, finish. Okay. No, you'd rather what?
I would rather. As morbid as it sounds, I'd rather know I'm dying. Like, oh, it's the end. I'm dying. Then die in my sleep. I'd rather just like, not like in pain, but just like, it's the end. I'm dying. And then I could say goodbye to everybody. But like, just wake up one day. Not wake up one day.
Not wake up one day.
Yeah.
But you might wake up somewhere and you're like, hey.
Yeah. Right.
Where the fuck am I?
Yeah. Outside the Matrix.
So.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Yeah.
Dude. So, I mean, listen, we
become a living force.
Right. I mean, we want to, listen, do we want to live forever? I think that's the human nature, I think. I think that's the thing where I wish I could just live long and be healthy and do all these crazy things.
Right.
But you have to be honest with yourself and realize that at some point, and hopefully not until later in our lives, we're going to go.
It's our natural instinct.
Right, absolutely. Because you know what? Dying is a scary thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, listen about it. Does it hurt? I mean, depending, does dying hurt? Like,
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Depending on how you die.
Right.
Yeah.
On how you die, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
But here's the thing. So this woman was talking about something I think it was on Instagram. And she said, just think about it. After you die, your house gets sold. All your things gets dispersed and then given away and thrown out.
Yeah.
Right? Your car's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Everything is, all that stuff. When you think of it in that aspect, you're like, yeah, right, because you can't take it with you.
Right.
Right. It's important while you have it now, but at the same time, you think to yourself, yeah, you're right. It's really not that important because honestly,
right.
When that point happens, it's just, and then if at time people are going to forget you.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's just the nature of life, depending on,
Yeah.
So it's just, we're getting older and we have to think, oh, all right, all right, I know I'm at 58. I'm going to be 58, right? I'm like, oh, I'm getting older now. I'm pushing in a couple of years. I'll be 60 years old. It kind of, when I think about it, it's kind of like, I can't even believe I'm going to be 60 years old in 2 years. And I'm like, you know what? Don't think about it because I'm 57. I'll be 58. And then when 59 comes around, I'll wait for it. Don't think it in that aspect and jump ahead 2 years.
Right.
Enjoy the time, each one at the time that I got it. You know what I mean? And that's probably a more healthy way to do it. But I think people, if they need to, I say yes. I think it should be legal, and it's legal in a lot of states now. Too.
Right. Yeah. So one of the things here, it's a lot of places are recognizing it because of like you're saying, for those reasons.
Right.
I'm saying like Jersey just did it, Vermont, Oregon, Maine, Washington, Hawaii, California, Colorado, DC. Are eligible terminally ill patients can legally seek medical assistance in dying by a licensed physician. At the same time, other states, Alabama, Arizona, Georgia, Idaho, Louisiana, New Mexico, Ohio, South Dakota, and Utah have in recent years strengthened their laws against it. So now, but then that would be a religious thing though, because aren't those more, because if you kill yourself, it's a sacrilege, you're going to hell.
Yeah. So a lot of religions, I think, are against suicide.
Right. So that might be why those states, say no.
Yeah.
And haven't done it.
It's a Bible Belt.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The Bible Belt. That's probably why they didn't. But then you just go somewhere else and get it done. But yeah. I mean, like I said, I think it would just have to be, that pain is there, or that your mind is gone, that you would turn around and say, yeah, And then now too, do you go shopping for it like when you go for your general practitioner? You know what I'm saying? Like you look for that right doctor for, the whatever. You don't get, whatever Joe Schmo that's, says, yeah, I can do it for a low price of, $25.99. You know what I mean? Like then,
the good part, you said shopping around, it got me thinking, the good part about that kind of thing, like assisted suicide or anything like that, is if knowing that you want to go, you can. I was thinking shopping around for caskets popped in my head, but you can plan your funeral the way you want it.
Yeah. Well, I already know how I want mine. I've already told everybody. Yeah.
I mean, we tell people and it's kind of like, but you actually could plan it because this is the date I'm going to die. You can meet. That's got to be morbid. Imagine meeting with the funeral director.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine meeting with the funeral director for your own funeral.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that would be weird. But, can you imagine, like?
Yeah, that's fucking.
I already know how I'm going to be, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can plan your own, like, literally plan your own funeral.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tanya and I are, and we're doing it that way. But the way we want it.
I mean, you're planning ahead, but
we're planning ahead. We already we're not doing the whole.
But you have to. I mean, you have like a date set. I'm saying, you know what I mean? If you're doing assisted suicide, you actually have a date set, like kind of like a wedding. You know
right. I mean? So like, then now would it be a party? Like, would you do a party?
What I want my kids to do. I told my kids. We told our kids. What we want you to do is we don't want a funeral home. We're going to tell you how we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We go through the whole motions of how we want it done, and this, that, and the other thing, and then I want you all to go back to our house.
Right.
Barbecue, hang out, drink, talk, cry, laugh, all that shit.
Right,
Celebrate the life that you guys knew of when you and enjoy. Do it that way.
Yeah,
that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm cool with that.
That's a good way to do it.
I'm way cool with that. That is fun. I don't want to
talk shit about me. I'm not going to be there anymore.
So we do it now while you're alive. What the fuck's the difference?
Fucking Lou.
Yeah, fucking Lou. He's a pain in my ass.
So I think I would rather.
Thank God we got rid of that guy.
Yeah, that guy. All right. Common in the Jersey guy.
yes.
But but seriously though, that is a good way to do it, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I would like that. I never wanted a regular funeral. Regardless of how I was going to pass, I never wanted just a regular funeral. I always wanted a party. I used to make a joke that I would. So back in the day when there was the VHS, I said, I'm going to record a VHS, and I want you to play it at the funeral home or wherever you're throwing the party, because then I'm going to turn around and it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
You were cool. Yeah, that was my whole shit.
I'll have a video. I'll do the video.
Yeah.
If assisted suicide became a thing, right? Mm-hmm. It would become a thing.
It's becoming a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of all over the place.
But like, it becomes so normalized. Where,
right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know how all these fads start now everybody does the gender reveal party.
Right.
Send off parties.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like that's gonna be a send off. Like I'm gonna throw a big party. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna send off.
Who's gonna do the biggest party?
I'm gonna throw. It's the last party I'll ever be. You guys are gonna get me fucked. No.
Yeah. Word. My last party, and that would be the.
I don't think it would be like that. I think it would be more like.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe some people would want to go like that. I would just have close friends. Hey, it's gonna be the last time we're together.
Well, I mean, think of how close it is already.
Let's share some memories. Let's have a good time.
Right.
It will go.
But
it depends. If you're terminally ill, then I guess you're not going to park.
Well, I mean, but look at how it is already.
They come to you.
You have certain people, certain religions, certain places where people throw parties.
Yeah.
For your funerals, like they show them like in the. Oh my goodness!
It's all about eating after the funeral, man.
Well, no, but I'm saying like they do the parties.
Irish funerals.
Yeah, but it's the eating and the drinking after. But I'm talking about like the actual going to the funeral to do the burial and whatnot. Like they're dancing, they got the casket up on their shoulders. They have it all the
that video.
On social media where they're dancing with the caskets on the thing. There was a guy, a rapper, I believe it was, a few years ago that they had his body at the club propped up in the casket. Oh my God. And they were throwing a party. Yeah.
No way.
So that then
we joked around when I was younger. It was like, when I die, you're gonna pick my body up, put me in the corner, and fill it with ice and beer.
Right. Yeah. And that's it. So then that's what the joke was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we've been kind of sort of talking about this stuff for a long time, and now, like you said, here it is, assisted, suicide. Like.
I used to joke around all the time saying when I die to take my body to a taxidermist and put a mechanical arm and put me in front of the house waving.
Oh my God, that's so morbid. That's morbid.
That's
crazy.
I have a dark sense of humor.
Dude, no.
I mean,
the funny, bro.
I actually moderate a dark humor Facebook group, so I have very dark humor.
What did your wife say? Did you ever tell her that shit?
Oh yeah. She
wow.
She knows
Listen to this.
Crazy.
In the United States, PAS is limited to those who have a prognosis of 6 months or less to live. In other countries such as Germany, Canada, Switzerland, Spain, Italy, Austria, Belgium, and the Netherlands, a terminal diagnosis is not a requirement, and voluntary euthanasia is additionally allowed.
Well, okay.
That's the difference between us.
Okay.
We're so tight.
We're ass backwards.
Well, I don't know, because I think
some things.
What it is? I think it's one of those things, like I was saying. There's a lot more people that are feeling like, you know what? I don't know if I want to go now. Even if I have 6 months or less, in 2 months or in 3 months, there could be a cure, and I'll be fine.
But it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be if you had 6 or less.
How do you know?
Because you would know at what point you would be ready to do it. I'm sure. I mean, most of the people who were terminally. They were like at the end.
So 6 months is terminal.
Yeah, I'm saying. Are you saying you're already 6 months into it? Or you're just saying...
No, what you just read was that if you're 6 months. So then, like I said, if I already know that in 6 months I'm going to die because this cancer or whatever it is, that then in 3 months they come up with the cure, and I'm like, because I already, I'm already gone, so it's like I think that's what the thought process is here.
Well, then you just put a stipulation in the contract. If they come out with a cure...
No, I think it's too late. Yeah. You just did it. That's why I said before. October 15th is when I have my, my send-off party because I'm going to die this afternoon or whatever. whatever, and then October 16th or 17th they got the fucking cure.
I don't think it's exactly like that.
Yeah, but you would know because they'd be talking about the FDA is trying to prove the cure they have for this and that.
Well, but so now let's go back then. Think about all the cryogenics.
So you would hear all that, huh?
Well, think about cryogenics. So people who turn around, they put themselves on ice because they didn't want to die, because they wanted to, like when the cure came out. So that then now if I signed the paperwork for this to happen and I'm doing this assisted, I know, but you know me because, I made me the like the devil's advocate to play it back and forth. So, like this is the ideas. This is the thought process for me personally. You know what I'm saying? That I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Because I feel like I'm Superman. You know what I mean? I want to live for not literally, but I want to live to at least be 110. Because I want to say I live to be 110. This is cool because of all the things I see. You know what I mean? And just what my life is, and I would like to see, just my kids grown up. I want to see my kids, old like that. I think it would be kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
The thing with the cryogenics though is like, you have to look at it though, that it's still kind of assisted suicide if they can never figure out a way to thaw you out.
Right, because that's the whole shit. So then you know what? It may have been that's what that really was, and people just didn't even know that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because how the fuck do you thaw somebody back out? What I'm saying? It's not like you're a piece of chicken. And it didn't. But no, you can't even do it that kind of slow. Because if you do it that kind of slow,
and you start to freeze you, they can unfreeze you. That's the whole point of doing it.
I think if they ever figure out the cryogenics thing, I feel like you would have to have something in you that like prevents you from dying while you're frozen.
Right.
Like some kind of implant or something. What movie was that? Demolition.
Demolition Man. That was on the other night too.
A little chip on frozen.
Yeah, that just kept your mind because they were rehabilitating you.
Yeah.
So then that's what was there to keep your mind going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were still plugged in. I think they had a thing that you were kind of plugged in, but still, either way, you're knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I think that's what my worry is. I think that's what a lot of people's worry is here. Yeah. That it's not about just that terminally ill and, because I'm going to pass away in 6 months. It's the what if. What if there's a cure just as I'm getting ready to go and do this? What if I'm sitting there, I've already administered it, and we're watching the news or I hear it and like, there's a cure. And it's done because,
You need to get out of your head, bro. You need to.
I'm just saying, bro.
Don't do the assisted suicide.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, obviously, this is not for you. Would you like to see another car?
That's a good one, bro. Fucking funny.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yo, that's great.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, I get it, and I wish that people didn't have to go through that kind of pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just sucks doggy nuts,
No, it does. It does. It's not good.
Storage of human remains with the speculative hope that resurrection. I'm doing without insurrection. May be possible in the future. Cryogenics is regarded with skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep.
With the mainstream scientific community, it's generally viewed as, and his practice has been characterized as quackery.
Yeah.
Quackery.
Hell yeah. If you die, you're dead. If there's no way. There's no way.
I think it has to do with the ice crystals in your brain or something like that.
I'm sure.
Something with the crystal, because
it's probably a very, very slow. And they have to do it in a way where it doesn't damage the skin or any of the cells in your body, in your tissue, right?
Freezing.
Like if you were freezing in Alaska or something like that.
So they would have to, the freezing process, they'd have to figure out how not to damage you while freezing you. So once you're frozen, you're fucked if they didn't figure out a way to, if they didn't figure out how to do this shit. So they're really just storing your fucking body.
So now to really blow your mind, right? So now blow your mind and say, okay, Ari, wait a minute. But if they do find a cure and they can bring me back, they're going to pull me back from where I could have been already for all that time.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying that, and you think of it that way, like people I'm going to be in a different place. Now I'm coming back.
Not only that, like what happens if all your family fucking dead.
Yeah.
By the time you get
friends are gone,
you start over.
You basically time traveled into the future.
You don't know
where your
nobody.
family doesn't even exist anymore.
Listen, I don't know, bro.
I'm your great grandfather.
Yeah. What was that? Futurama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's pros and cons to, just the ideas, the thoughts of it. I'm not going to say different.
Listen, it's not a novelty. It's
no, right.
To say, hey, I get it. I understand it. If people need to do something to be out of pain and just go peacefully,
right?
Then I say, do what you got to do. It's your life. No one can tell you what to do or how to be. You need to do what's good for yourself. And that honestly goes with everything else in life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Including that one.
Definitely.
So.
Definitely. Yeah. Because, you said we don't want to live in pain. We know what it is. And we
I've been in pain in my life.
I know, bro. It fucking sucks. But you look at people that have dementia, that have Alzheimer's, that, are going through all those kind of mental issues, that mental pain that way, terminal cancer and whatnot, people that were in remission and, not anymore, they you get tired of, or they've gotten tired of, all the chemo and, all the doctor's appointments and, whatever else,
They do it minutes, by the way, not to interrupt, minutes after you die. They start the process to freeze you.
Yeah.
So it's right away. It's done immediately.
Oh, so you're already dead when they freeze you?
Yes.
That's,
so
now
then what the fuck?
Now they got to figure out how to resuscitate you, too.
Yeah,
cryoprotectants to try to prevent ice formation during the cryopreservation.
But now they have to figure out how to bring you back to life. So that's another thing they got to figure out how to.
So you're hoping to hit the lottery.
I
I
would have figured they were going to freeze you alive.
Right, that's what I thought it was. Pretty much
not after you die.
Yeah, I thought you were just like in a was it a medical
like
kind of
Superman
coma
when they put him in, they send him into the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's not even
I thought it was that.
That is you know what? That someone whoever came up with this. Is a fucking
genius
because they're making money. They're never gonna.
Super. Yeah. Well, you can freeze sperm and use it, right?
Freeze people.
Yeah, but that's different because it's not.
It's microscopic, so it doesn't get damaged.
It's not the same thing. You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if they're able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
And
So, yeah. That's insane though. So you're already fucking dead. They're freezing your body, and then they're telling you that if we find a cure for this, we're gonna thaw you out. But then you have to resuscitate me to then give me to administer the cure.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, listen. That's the dumbest. You're right. They're a fucking genius because that's the dumbest shit. I never paid no attention to it.
So, like, if you die from terminal cancer, it's like, oh, he died from terminal cancer. Now freeze him. So, but the cancer already killed him. Now you got to figure out.
So now what? Yeah, man.
There's too much. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So, listen, man. If you're gonna come back, it'll happen differently. It won't happen.
Yeah, no. I'm sticking to my cyborg shit.
Here's the other thing. I'm sure they haven't figured out, but like, freezer burn. Anyone?
Yeah, no, right? Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, actually, if you're in,
remember, it's a different type of freezer. It's not like.
No, well, also, you know how to prevent like something from getting freezer burn, right? But if it's something you can submerge in water, say like I don't know, you have something like
chicken.
Yeah, like or just a solid piece of something.
Right.
Like,
okay.
They say if you put it in water and then freeze it, it won't get freezer burn.
Okay.
Because freezer burn happens from the cold. Because we're getting so off fucking topic here.
Yeah.
as I tend to do. So freezer burn happens from the dry air because the colder, the drier the environment. So there's no humidity. So it just starts to slowly, things actually do like evaporate in a freezer, but it's very slow. That's why you ever have an ice. I mean, everybody has ice machines now, but if you have an ice tray and you leave it in there
too long, that cubes will be smaller.
The cubes are like nothing,
right?
Because it dehydrates,
right?
So that's what freezer burn is,
right?
So they say if you were encased in ice that you don't get freezer burn. That's why the fucking woolly mammoth.
Well, I was just gonna say,
is in ice.
Right.
If the woolly mammoth just died there.
Now they want to resurrect that. Now.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it's for environmental reasons too. It's supposed to help for the environment.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
Yeah,
next
that's
time
another.
Yeah.
Next time.
I love that kind of stuff though. When they mess around with that.
Yeah. That's insane. So, but like so going back to our thing, I just think that people, they shouldn't take this as a reason to commit suicide. mental health issues. No, I know. I'm just want to say that, that, mental issues, mental health issues, talk to somebody, like we always say, go and get the help. This, and the reason for our show tonight was just about terminally ill people. Like, like you started to say, you had the cancer to that extent, Alzheimer's and stuff like that,
It's helping, assisting people, right? So they can go comfortably without having to die in agony or whatever else.
Right. Just to be in that kind of pain.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do that?
Yeah.
But if someone is feeling the suicide alone is a different thing, because people are just doing it on the fly, or sometimes I guess they can plan it out. I don't know. All I'm saying is those people need to go talk to somebody. They need to think about everybody else around them before they do something, and try to understand how that's going to affect them when you do it. I get it. You're in pain. Depression sucks. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, here in this community, just a few days ago, I believe, a young man took his life, and he must have been in extremely horrible pain for him to do what he did, and because he was suffering. Yeah, obviously there was something going on. So, I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Right. But this isn't to that. This is something else.
Yeah, this is about a really good subject that people, everybody knows about. It's not like it's a dark secret or anything.
Right.
It's come a long way, because back in the day when it first started, really, it wasn't accepted.
Right.
So it's come a long way, because I don't think it was this many states to begin with. It was, I think, only 1 or 2. Now it's more.
Right.
So that's good progress. And of course, Europe, they're always ahead of us. I mean, they've been around a lot longer. So we're playing catch up as far as, figuring stuff out and not having a thumb up our ass all the time. But I think it's just, we're young. So it'll, whatever. But I think people, but listen, my father had a DNR, right? And I honored it. I didn't, this is what he wants. This is his life. You know what I mean? And so he went the way he wanted to go. I know he was scared. I know he was scared of that. Definitely. My father, he absolutely was. He was frightened to death about it. I take him to the doctors. I see it on his face. He was just, you're getting old. It's changing your life. Look where we are now, right? So you're not nowhere near where we were when we were back
20 years old.
20 years ago, right? Now we're ahead, and you're like, oh, I think you think differently. Things are different in your life. You're more, right? You're established. Right. Hopefully everything's going well. I mean, you still have shit, whatever, but you know what I mean? Then we're going to get older, and we're going to adjust for all that for the time that we do it.
Right.
And hopefully we get to a nice ripe old age, and then we'll say, adios, bitches.
I'm out. Vista.
All right. Going to see some peoples I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah. I'm going to go
say
see
hi
the concert.
For you.
Think about bro, listen. I think we all have that moment of fear for death.
Of course.
Because, you never know. But, it probably happens faster than we think. Like our minds are already probably fucking gone before the body officially shuts down.
Actually, I think it's the other way around, isn't it?
No, don't say that, bro. See, I was trying to do that little...
Don't they check also, like the heart will go first, or whatever it is, how you die, and you die. But they say there's still activity going on for a little bit before you actually...
Oh, dude.
But I don't think it's...
Born free.
This guy.
But I wonder if... Are you visually conscious or just your brain?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'd be worried about.
Are you in a dream state? Or
I don't know.
Yeah, no one knows.
These are good questions.
Yeah.
When I see you on the other side, I'll let you know.
Yo, dude. Yeah. No. Don't come back and say shit to me, motherfucker.
No, I'm saying that. So if I happen to go first, I'll wait for you guys and I'll tell you what happened.
So what happened was, yo, that is crazy. Well, that was a super interesting one, Sir Lou.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. That was wild. That was, that's a food for thought, big time.
Definitely.
Big time. So with that, gentlemen, our time is up. So it was cool. It was groovy. Appreciate you guys again. Thank you for being here.
Same here.
Again, follow us on all social media.
Yep. Like, follow, all that other good stuff.
Absolutely.
So again, thank everybody for listening. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Holla.